Here we have Google Bard, which has some very interesting features, including the ability to use extensions. One of the things that's interesting about extensions is that it allows you to have personalized context where you can ask an AI assistant for unique things, like, for example, flights, hotels, maps, maybe your workspace, documents, or even YouTube. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to have it help me out with a Coursera specialization I'm working on. So if we go over here, you see I've got a specialization where I'm doing large language model operations with Rust. We have a whole outline here. Now, if I go and I copy this particular bit of text here, what I could do is I could actually ask my Google Workspace Bard integration extension to actually do some stuff. So let's go ahead and click on this link here, and I can say, for example, give me an overview of the key points of this document. And what it's going to do is going to go into my Google Drive. It's going to find my document, access the documents, look inside for key facts, and then it's going to give me a summary. So it says this document shows that it's going to cover the benefits of using Rust for LLM ops. It's also going to use Rust to build large language models. We're also going to use the deployment of large language models as well, and we'll have case studies of real-world projects using Rust. And in fact, we can see here that there's actually lots of information about different things that I'm actually working on. So it's pretty cool that I'm able to dive into these particular aspects of documents and see the different bits of information. And what's really fascinating about this is that I can actually even go further. So what I could do is I could say, thanks. Can you give me a few examples of Rust code that I recorded as .mp4 files? And let's see how smart it actually is. So can we actually go inside, look at some MP4 files, extract the data out in a text format, and give me some samples? And here we go. We see there's some examples here. And in this case, it says here's a few examples of Rust code that you recorded as MP4. So it's actually getting a little bit confused in that it's actually thinking that I want to do MP4 stuff. What I'll say instead is, give me a code sample in Rust that covers a topic on my course. Here we go. And we're going to see if it's able to use that context to give me some new creative ideas. So this is another emerging part of using generative AI is not just that it's magic, but you can actually set the context and get some new ideas. So we see here there's a code snippet where I do in fact cover binary search trees in this particular specialization, and it's giving me some new ideas about how to actually cover that in the course. So I think this is a great emerging field here, is not only just using blindly generative AI, but using generative AI in the context of particular extensions, and finally using your specific context for the documents you have, so that you're able to really get right to the heart of the matter in a more specialized manner. And also you're not kind of just blindly asking for general ideas. So I think this is a new emerging area of generative AI, is the ability to have these kinds of conversations with your data in the context of a particular application or problem you're solving.